Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuzz here, and welcome to Road to Partyhat episode 22. This might be the most time I've ever put into an episode of this series, and my favorite episode yet, so get ready for a great one. And since it's such a special episode and you guys love when I did the PVM pack giveaway last time, we'll be giving away another PVM pack to help someone get started into PVMing. So all the supplies you see here. To enter, you must be subscribed to the channel since I'll be picking a subscriber. Then just like the video and comment telling me what your luckiest drop in Runescape was. I don't do giveaways too often at all. I've only done around 3, but the last ones seemed to really help out the person that won it. So I hope this helps you out too if you win, and it'll be the last big giveaway for a while. I'll post the winner a few days after the video is uploaded, picked randomly, and I'll post that on my community tab, so make sure you check there. Alright, let's get into this amazing episode. So to start today's episode, we're actually doing something I haven't done in a long time, and that is kill Solak. I haven't really killed much Solak at all in general, and I decided to go with my friend for about an hour or so just to see how we would do. I really just had to relearn the boss as I only had 30 KC. And I have probably not been to Solak since like episode 4 of Road to Partyhat, so it's been like a year almost. So our kills didn't go that bad. Of course, it took a while to get used to everything again. I don't have an Eldritch crossbow, so I wasn't sure how range was going to do, but it was pretty decent during the beginning phases. We did fail to skip the core barely, but I'm sure if we had a better rotation, we could have gotten the core in one cycle. As for the last phase, well, we did fail a few times. I have not done Solak no realming before, which means you don't go into the realm at all. You just DPS down Solak and hope he dies before he instant kills you. Most people that do this have either max melee or an Eldritch crossbow, and it seemed like it was just really tough to do it without an Eldritch crossbow, even if I got my rotation absolutely perfect. We did actually manage to barely get one kill no realm though, which I was pretty happy with, and my friend ended up getting a cluster of Grimoire pages as well, which was pretty funny because that's like 100 mil in one drop, and that's the only kill we got. We didn't do any after that because we pretty much assessed the situation and figured I need an Eldritch crossbow so we can reliably do no realms. However, it was pretty fun to try, and who knows, maybe we'll go back to Solak soon. So now we are headed to the Arch Glacor. Now this is a boss that I have been doing the past couple episodes, and I decided I would finally just, go and streak as far as I could. Just really try to push myself to streak super far and get to a higher enrage than I've ever gotten to before. So sped up in the background, you can see the streak that I started all the way at 0, and before this streak, my highest enrage was about 1100 or 1150, and I was hoping to maybe get to like an 100 streak to pass that. My previous highest streak was 85 that we got in the previous episode, so I really wanted to try to beat that, and we actually end up getting a Dark Nyla's drop here, which we get 15 at 784 enrage, 67 kill streak, and if you die you lose 75% of your loot, so I think I would lose 3 or 4, so I decided we're gonna risk it. And as you can see, we actually ended up risking it for quite a while. 99 streak, which is technically an 100 streak, so we did get the 100 streak, and this is my highest in rage, 1160, so really nice. And I decided to continue risking the Nylas because I would only lose a few and I have a decent amount in my bank. So we made it actually, as you can see here, all the way up to 1500%, and we get more Dark Nihilus here, which is absolutely crazy. So as you can see here, we're at a 132 streak, 1525% enrage, a 450 mil chest, by far my longest streak, my highest enrage by like 400%. I was just on a roll with this streak. We got more Dark Nihilus, and now I think I would lose about 8 or so if I died. So I decided what I was gonna do was I was just gonna risk it because I was only lose 8. I have enough for the log. Even if I die, I don't need any more Nylas. I'll have like 40 or 50 in the bank. So we end up streaking more and getting to 1566 in rage, and then sadly I make this mistake where I walk too fast up past the pillars. I should have walked to the side and waited, but I didn't. I thought they would be gone, and they weren't, and we sadly end up dying. But it's not all doom and gloom. If we look at the loot here, we still had 358 mil, 32 Dark Nylas. I already have enough in the bank basically for the log, so I'm fine with that. Still get like 358 mil, which is really, really good. The normal loot really added up. Of course, we did lose a little, but hey, I decided I would risk it for the video. And yeah, 136 kill streak, 0 to 1560% in rage. We beat my highest in rage by like 400%, so way more than I could have ever thought. So after this, I decided I would finally make the push to 2000% in rage. I wasn't sure if I would ever be able to do this. So if you get to 2000% in rage at the Arch Glacor, you get the Silver Iceborn title. Now this would be by far my biggest PVM achievement on RuneScape thus far, and as you saw before, we made a ton of money, but this time I wasn't streaking from 0. I was strictly pushing, but I did end up getting some streaks in here. Now it was actually pretty hard, but at the same time I started to get used to it, using less food, and we actually ended up getting all the way to 2000%, well 1995% on a kill streak, as you can see here, 1982. And then we got one more kill for 1995, and now it is finally time to go in for my first ever 2000% Arch Glacor kill and see if we can take this title home. So 45,000 health left. Can we get the kill without messing something up or dying at the very end? Yes, we can. The Silver Iceborn title has been achieved, finally. This took me many days of grinding all day, and we finally got it, the Silver Iceborn title. Man, this was by far my biggest achievement that I've ever got in RuneScape. It was just so much fun, going for that goal. As for Gold Iceborn, I don't know if I'll ever get that, but for Silver, just pushing myself to learn more, to get better, and to go for this goal was super nice. And the fact that I streaked like 400% in rage from 1100 to over 1500. Made it even better since I made so much money doing that, over like 400 mil, plus even more from all the other kills I've done learning the Glacor. It was just a great experience, and I'm just so happy I have this title. So after this, I decided I would go and use some of my Nylas to make the tier 85 weapons, because I actually did not have those for the collection log. So I went ahead and I bought the glorious bars and the blackstone hearts that you need to make these. Then I went and I made both tier 85s because I didn't have either, like I said. And then I also ended up making one of the Glacor's adornments, which is one of the cosmetics that you actually need, that you unlock from the Glacor, but you need all of them to get the log complete. So I decided to make one of those with my spare Nylas as well. So looking at the log here, we still need the scripture, and then I still need to make a few more of the adornments, which I do later. So after this, I wasn't interested in pushing in rage anymore, of course, since I just got silver iceborn. So I decided just to streak from 0 and see what loot I can get. Hoping for the Core of Lang is one of the last things I need, but we actually end up getting the Scripture of Wen, which is one of the items I had not gotten in almost 1,000 kills. It's the only other item I need other than the Core of Lang. So to get that was amazing, and I basically ended up streaking this for a few kills, but then I just decided to claim it because I don't have it for the log yet, and I could get pretty unlucky and die, so I decided just to claim it after a few kills, and now all we need is the Core of Lang. So something else that I forgot to mention is I actually ended up getting the Arch Glacor pet drop. Now the reason that I don't have a recording of this to show you is because when you get the Arch Glacor pet drop, it's actually shown in your chat box and not like from the loot itself. So I didn't even realize that I had got it and I didn't record, but it did show in the chat box that you get the Glacor core, I think is what it's called, because they don't like put it in the chest while you're on a streak. So I did end up getting this around 700 or so kills, I believe, and they now have a little option. So if you examine it, it says how many kills you've done, your best streak, and your enrage, which is pretty cool. It's pretty crazy to see the 2,000 on there. But yeah, I just wanted to also mention that I did get the pet, so it's really, really nice, and I only need a few things left for the log. So sadly after this, I ended up streaking again, getting all the way to almost 1,000% on an 100 streak, but I ended up sadly dying to a dumb mistake. That's usually how my streaks end. But 83 kill streak, and you can see in the chest 131 mil, and we did actually get a Nylas drop. I think we lost like 3 or 4, so not too bad seeing as I have the log finished for Nylas. So not too bad right there. So now we're going to take a look at my Glacor log and my loot tab from the Glacor. So if we look real fast, we have 965 hard mode, 2,000% is our highest in rage with a 136 kill streak. And here is our log. So we have every single thing. We've got a spare like 32 Nylas or whatever in the bank, and the only thing we need is one more frozen Core of Lang. I got this at like 200 KC, so we are almost at 1,000 without one. We finally got the book, so that is what we need. I really wanted to finish it this episode, but I did so much Glacor and I just could not get the core. But if we look in our bank, we're going to check this huge loot tab that I have right here. So we're basically going to take out everything here. This is pretty much the drops from I don't even know how many Glacor kills. I don't think I've really sold hardly any loot. So if we look here, we are over 1.2, almost 1.2 billion in loot. If you add the coins that I get from doing the kills, it would probably put us over. So that is pretty nice. And we have 36 Nylas, which means we can make, 3 tier 95s if we ever do get the cores. If we look at the wealth evaluator, we are at 6.2 bill. Again, this is not always super accurate, but we have made a good amount of money at the Glacor. That 1.2 bill in just basically normal loot, no tier 95. I did make a tier 95 when Glacor first came out that I sold for 1.4 bill. So I would estimate so far through my 1,000 or so Glacor kills, I've made probably about 3 bill with only 1 core. So we've definitely made much over max cash doing the Glacor. And yeah, I got the silver iceborn title, which was the main point of this episode, but we also made a ton of money doing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, if you want to enter the giveaway, subscribe, like, comment your luckiest drops. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of time in the making. I'm hoping next episode we just finish off with the core super fast, finish the Glacor, and then move on to a ton of new bosses and stuff. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.